Good evening, everybody. I'm Feishaya Ajayi. So I'm the lead customer support and certified trainer for schooltry. So this evening, I'll be taking us through the 15 features, amazing features that schooltry as a school management portal has got. And I can promise you, this is going to be worthwhile. So the first thing we do, haven't taught us how to sign up and as well how to make sure that you yourself you go ahead and see where you can do your NAPS deals, you can do your national unified examination fees, you can pay it, and how you can do that and how you can get started on schooltry. The next thing is for us to go ahead to our domain after creating a domain for yourself. My domain still remains dmsmodel.schooltry.com/admin/login. So I haven't done that. I'll wait for the domain to load up. And this is my domain. I'll put in my login details, my email address, my password, and then I can sign in. So I'm waiting for that to lead me straight to my portal. So after I've been granted my portal access, so I'll find my way to my dashboard. So at the dashboard, there are a number of amazing features at the dashboard. It starts from the manage roles feature. For the manage roles feature, this is where we get to assign roles to each member of staffs in the school. Number one, this is where you get to assign roles to the school owner itself, which is the admin, or you want to assign role to another person as the sub-admin. And what you do is you click on add role, and when you do that, it's going to load up a pop-up page where you can put the title. This is the person we want to bring in the office. Is it we're talking about the principal or the head teacher? We are talking about the admin person or the IT specialist, or we're talking about the HOD and the likes. So I haven't done that. We'll create a group for it. It can be for the junior secondary, primary section, a nursery section, preschool, depending on what our choice is. And that's how to add role for the person, the office you want someone to take care of in your school. Next to it is the sub-admin. For the sub-admin, that's where you get to take the roles you have created and attach it to a particular responsibility. So there, you are going to click on add sub-admin, and when you do that, it's going to lead you again to another pop-up page. At that pop-up, you have to include the name of the person to take care of the roles you have assigned earlier, and you put the email address. These are so important, as well as put the phone number, and then the class group. You see, in the secondary class group or the primary class group or the nursery, that will be picked as well. And then you select the role. Remember the role you have created earlier, and having done that, you save, and that will do it well. The next to it is where we have the manage users. Here we have the manage teachers, manage students, manage parents, and we can manage the request of parents. So for the manage teachers, this is where we sign up the teachers, bring our teachers on board, so that they can go ahead with the management of their classroom. So they can be tracked. You can track the teacher's work, what the teacher is doing. This can be tracked accordingly. And the students as well, the teacher has got to manage his classroom. And doing that, he's got to make all the list of his students come on board. He's going to add them on the platform, and then thereafter he can start to manage the student. So after the manage users feature, we also have the manage class groups. That's what I was talking about earlier. You create the class group because, number one, you see your school as an entity itself, but in the school, we have the crèche, we have the preschool or crèche, we have the nursery, we have the junior secondary, we have the primary, and we have the senior secondary. So these are class groups, and we are going to add them such that the admin and the roles we have created earlier can accommodate. We can allocate these class groups to any of them. Take, for example, the head teacher to the nursery, the principal to the primary, and the head teacher to the nursery, the head teacher to the also the primary, the principal to the secondary, making maybe junior secondary or senior secondary. There we get to put the class group name. As I've said, it can be nursery, preschool, secondary, junior secondary as you want it. And then the class that should be in the group. For preschool, this is where we attach the classes we have created. We are going to put, the crèche, the KG1, KG2. And if it's for nursery, we put nursery 1, nursery 2, and the like, depending on the name it is for your school. And that's how it's done regarding the process of creating a class group. The next is manage session. For the manage session, this is where we put in our session, the sessions we want to reflect on the portal, the 2021, 2022, 2020, 2021, 2019, 2020, 2018, 2019, and the likes. And as well, if you have some records that you want to bring on board as well so that the system can keep it, this is handled so well. And then we create the term as well. Once you had session, it's going to take you straight away to where you put the year to start, and the year the session ends. You put the 2, and then you can do the term, first term, second term, and the third term. And it allows you to pick your way of presenting your term. For some schools, they use summer, winter, and the like. So it allows for flexibility of the terms and sessions the way you want to create it. All right, so the next to that is where you get to manage your classes, which I've talked about. There are 2 things to do under this particular feature. You get to manage your classes, and you get to manage the class arm. When we're talking about classes, this is where you get to add each of the class groups in details. You talk about the crèche, you talk about the KG1, KG2, nursery 1, nursery 2, primary 1, primary 2, basic 1, basic 2, and the likes. So, and there, what you do is you go straight to the manage classes. At manage classes, it's going to load you up to a pop-up page. The page, that's where you can add class. You click on add class, and as you do that, what are the things that are important here? These are the important stuff. As the page loads, you put the class name. Okay, it's crèche, or it's primary 1, basic 1, or it's SS1, nursery 1. Then you attach the class. That is because you have brought your teachers on board, as I've said. So the teacher's name will pop up as you click it. So, and then you can attach the teacher as an admin that is supposed to be in charge of that class. This can be done by the HODs after you have assigned the role of your HOD and you have created a sub-class group, a sub-admin for them, and you invite them on board. So the HOD can take care of their session. And this is broken down in such a way that it can be handled effectively. So having done that, I picked that, then you can talk about the subject. You can begin to put down all the list of subjects that is handling in his classroom. And this is where we get to talk about the management of classroom on board. So, and this is so great, the way the systems handle it. Okay, after we've done that, there's class arm. Class arm is for schools that have got, let's say, for example, basic 1A, basic 1B, basic 1C, or basic 1 Redalia, basic 1 Beryl, basic 1 Aquamarine, basic 1 Deep Sapphire, Onyx, and different names, the way they want it in their school. And that's the essence of the class arm, as you have seen it under the sub feature, under the feature manage classes. Next to the feature is virtual classrooms. Wow, this is where you get to set up a virtual classroom as a class teacher, as a teacher, subject teacher or class teacher. This is where you get to set up the virtual classroom. Students can engage in real time. And this is where we get to tell you that, you see, the schooltry makes it possible for learning to take place even beyond the 4 walls of the classroom, even in the school and beyond the 4 walls of the classroom. So this is where you get to create the virtual session. It's like Zoom, and it's more robust, and it's in real time, and it's so great. You can even record the sessions and send it across to students that missed the session. It's so great like that. So next to the feature is where we call what we call the teacher panel feature. This is elaborate, and this takes care of a number of stuffs here. You have the user ID. This is where you set up the ID number for your student in the school or for your student in the class as a teacher according to the standard the school prefer. Next to it is manage feeds, and this is where you get to manage important information, newsletters you want to send across to parents, or which you want them to see when they have their app. Once they have downloaded their app and they're a member of your school, they can see vital information about your school, banners of the school, admissions, and you are putting across vital information and hard advertisements that you want them to see. So it's great about that. And then we have manage assignment features. This is where the class teacher or the subject teacher get to use this to send an assignment across to their students, and they can see it. The parent can see the assignment as it dropped. The student herself or himself can see it. So this is great for handling assignment. The student as well can send assignment across after he or she has done it. So it's so great. Next to it is what we call the manage grades feature. Manage grades features, I'm going to do justice to talk about this. I will talk about each one of them separately, but what I'm doing is just to go through each one of them for us so that we can have an idea of what schooltry handles for as regards every school functions that we take care of in schooltry. Need I remind you that you see our server is a dedicated server. It's not a shared hosting. Our services are not third-party services or reseller. We are not a reseller. These are designed from the scratch by us, and we handle it, and the way it is, it makes it flexible and dynamic the way you want to choose, the way you want your functions and the structure of your school management portal to look like for your school. So it's so great regarding that. So we have a lot of things here that are managed. It manages the grades, the scores. It manages master skills. When we're talking about master skills, you know this is important for the preschool, the nursery school, and also maybe the primary. So this is where they get to, okay, for for pupils coming up, they are talking about, okay, in number counting, can you count 1 to 10? This is where you get to do all those. And then the grade skills too, we talk about it, and then I will explain on it. The psychomotor skills, the management of affective areas, grade settings, which is important for report cards and progress report preparation. So, and then we also have grade report settings. This is where we pick, okay, in our school we use combined grade, single grade system for our for the way we do our CH is 10 10 10, it's 5 5 5, and then we add up everything to make 30. It's 10 10 10, and we add everything up to make 40. And our exam is 60. To some school, the examination is 70. This is where we get to set everything up, and it's so great. And then great comment where admin, the principal or the assigned HODs, where they get to sign after they have properly checked the report. And need I tell you that the report system that is prepared on schooltry portal, it's error-free. They can't make mistake because the system itself is going to calculate and add up the scores of students accordingly, and it's error-free. That's great. Then they take care of the attendance as well under the teacher panel. So take attendance in the morning, take attendance in the afternoon. This is so great to maintain a proper closeness with your word as a parent to the school. So you get to know when your child reached the school and when your child left the school. So it's good for tracking. So it's great. And after this teacher panel feature, the next to it is manage content feature. The manage content feature is also very great because for the manage content, this is where you set the school calendar, manage galleries, you put your pictures. This can be seen. You put events in the schools that you have done in the past, the sport event, the festival events, and many likes. So, and then the next to it is where you get to put your manage links. This is where you get to attach your social media handles, and this is so great. So the school, the parents can see it, they can follow you on Facebook and the likes, and this is where you get to manage their notifications. I hope you are with me. everyone. So next to it is manage payment. This is great because your school, you want to track a lot of information about how they are paying, payment of fees are made in the school, and how to segment between the fees paid in the nursery and the primary and for each of your class groups. So this is taken care of in the system, and it tracks the fee payment. Parents can pay online and you get your money. So it works so great in a way that is more or less like the system of the remitter. So, and it's so encompassing and great for you that you are able to do the accounting so well. It tracks. You can monitor each of the fee as they are coming in to even see those who made part payment, and a notification can be sent across to them duly as a reminder to make up with their payment. And this is so great, and each of these will be appropriately explained. And we get also to manage inquiries for the parent. We manage reports. This is where we talk about the report for parent, and this is so great. So among other things, you also get to pay your NAPS due. This is partner due payment, which I talked about earlier, and I'm going to talk about this elaborately when we start to treat each of these features. So again, so let me let you know that this training is going to be very exciting. It's going to be 1 week. In fact, we go ahead to come to schools to take our teachers through our training, and then to set up this school management system for your school. And for you that you are with NAPS, National Association of Private Proprietors of Schools, you get to enjoy us for the first 3 months. You get to enjoy schooltry for the first 3 months free. You enjoy all these features and facilities we have got, and then after 3 months, what you have got to pay is just 500 naira per term per student. 500 naira per term per student, and that's how we charge you. And it's so great. So good afternoon, good evening again. So good evening again. So stay tuned with us. We'll be going through each of the other features as we come by, and we take full time to examine each one of them, seeing that we understand how to put it to use. So if we have questions, please let's keep our questions coming. We are going to take it accordingly. So there's no problem about taking your questions. You can reach across to me personally, and you can reach across to me in the group. So it's fine. It's allow us to make a comment, and then very soon after we have been going through this training for like 2-3 weeks, we are going to have a live section via Google Meet or Microsoft Teams or via Zoom. So this session will allow us to see in real time, share screen more, and it's going to be in real time. That's the merit to it. So it's going to be great. So let's keep our questions coming. We're going to take our questions, and for schools that would love to proceed with us to have this school management portal, you can reach across to me, and we are going to attach a customer support person to your school, and it's going to be great. So thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of the evening. God bless. Thank you so much.